What's good, everybody? Give me a moment. We'll hit this instrumental. All right, all right. What's going on? Thanks for coming in, Shaka Nulu, and seeking my creator. Uh, Anyone catching a replay on this, just hit that like button. Um, but today we'll be going back into the book of Exodus, where the Israelites have migrated into the wilderness of Sinai. So we'll be using this to show how the Israelites were foolish and didn't follow simple instructions, even when told the consequences for disobedience. That folks today are just as foolish, So to illustrate this mental picture, we'll be studying Exodus chapter 19 in its entirety. Um, and I will be reading from the Amplified version. Uh, Curl, so man, tomorrow. What's good, y'all? What's good? So, all right, starting with verse 1. In the third month after the children of Israel had left the land of Egypt, the very same day they came into the wilderness of Sinai. When they moved out from Rephidim, they came to the wilderness of Sinai, and they camped there. Israel camped at the base of the mountain. Moses went up to God on the mountain, and the Lord called to him from the mountain, saying, "Say this to the house of Jacob, and tell the Israelites, you have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I carried you on eagle's wings, and brought you to myself. Now, therefore, if you will, in fact, obey my voice and keep my covenant, which is an agreement, then you shall be my own special possession and treasure from among all peoples of the world. For all the earth is mine, and you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, basically, and saying set apart for my purpose, for God's purpose. These are the words that you shall speak to the Israelites." So you see here, starting off, that Moses is given a task to let them know that if they keep the pact, keep the agreement that's already been preset, they will be set apart and treated as special from everyone else. You're gonna be treated greatly. You're not gonna be treated like everyone else if you do what you're supposed to do. But we all know how the Israelites had a problem with doing what the fuck they supposed to do to keep, to hold up their end of the bargain. And that's just in life general. It goes to show through all. It just goes to show through all their actions, how foolish they actually were. Yeah, girls, they didn't care that God is just. Well, not only that, I mean, they just didn't care, period. We see this a lot of times, when you got niggas trying to talk to hyenas in this space. They don't realize that that the hyenas don't care. But hey, continuing on with 7. So Moses called for the elders of the people and told them all these words which the Lord commanded him. All the people answered together and said, "We will do everything that the Lord has spoken." And Moses reported the words of the people to the Lord. The Lord said to Moses, "Behold, I will come to you in a thick cloud, so that the people may hear when I speak with you, and may believe and trust in you forever." Then Moses repeated the words of the people to the Lord. The Lord also said to Moses, "Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow." Meaning, they had to be prepared for his sacred purpose. Couldn't let just anyone. Yeah, butter biscuit hyenas, yes. And have them wash their clothes and be ready by the third day, because on the third day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people. You shall set barriers for the people all around the mountain, saying, "Beware that you do not go up on the mountain or touch its border. Whoever touches the mountain must be put to death. No hand shall touch him." And what this is trying to say here is that is no one shall try to save the guilty party of going past the border or touching the border. Ain't nobody's supposed to save them. But the offender must be stoned or shot through with arrows. Whether a man or animal that touches the mountain, he shall not live. When the ram's horn sounds a long blast, they shall come up to the mountain. So Moses went down from the mountain to the people and sanctified them for God's sacred purpose. And they washed their clothes. He said to the people, "Be prepared for the third day. Do not be intimate with a woman." We know just by listening to a lot of people here, that ain't happening with these niggas. They couldn't follow that. So most of them gonna be dead before they can get to the mountain across to interfere with the border. 16. So it happened on the third day, when it was morning, that there were thunder and flashes of lightning, and a thick cloud was on the mountain, and a very loud blast was sounded on a ram's horn, so that all the people who were in the camp trembled. Then Moses brought the people out of the camp to meet God, and they stood and presented themselves at the foot of the mountain. Mount Sinai was wrapped in smoke because the Lord descended upon it in fire. Its smoke ascended like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked violently. And it happened, as the blast of the ram's horn grew louder and louder, Moses spoke, and God answered him with a voice of thunder. The Lord came down on Mount Sinai to the top of the mountain, and the Lord called Moses to the top of the mountain, and he went up. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, "Go down, warn the people, so that they do not break through the barriers around the mountain to the Lord to see me." And many of them perished as a result. So you see here already, they had already been warned what would happen if not only them, but any animal came in contact across the barrier. They would, they would be stoned to death or either shot through with arrows. And you see already it's talking here. Many of them died as a result. That's why I call this whole thing, this whole series right here I'm making called Spiritual Welfare. It just goes to show the insanity of these people, how they're wanting change of circumstances without actually wanting to evolve themselves. They don't want to change their mindset and what they do, but they want everything around them to change. 22. Also have the priests who approach the Lord consecrate themselves for my sacred purpose, or else the Lord will break forth in judgment against them and destroy them. Moses said to the Lord, "The people cannot come up to Mount Sinai because you warned us, saying, set barriers around the mountain and consecrate it." Then the Lord said to him, "Go down and come up again, you and Aaron with you. But do not let the priests and the people break through the barriers to come up to the Lord, or he will break forth in judgment against them and destroy them." So Moses went down to the people and told them again about God's warning. So there's all 25 of that. Yeah. They're completely awful at it. And the funny thing is, you would think that all they would have to do is see one person gets stoned or shot, killed to death by an arrow. But it said many of them died as a result of it. It just goes to show. It just goes to show, what I had with the title, wanting change without evolution. These people, and we see it today, people want change of circumstances, but they don't actually want to evolve themselves and develop themselves so that they can be better for those circumstances they want change, so they can actually handle them better and actually make something productive out of it. They still want to be with the same bullshit and keep things the same way with themselves internally without actually developing. But that's all I've got for this right now. I'll get ready here to open up. Yeah, greetings to you, checking for you. I'll get ready to open up the barbershop talk. A way we can open up the panel and have a discussion about it. But yeah. Change of outcomes without investing in creating better circumstances. Yeah. They don't want to invest. It takes too much work. Being a slave to the system is much easier. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm gonna shut this down and get ready to open up the barbershop. That way we can open up the panel. Just want to say to everyone, thanks for coming out. If you haven't, hit that like button already, and peace.